Going on, fellow junkies? Horror Junkies 509, Kyle 13th coming at you again today, you guys, and happy Thanksgiving to all my junkies, whether you're a subscriber or just a casual viewer. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. I hope you're out there having an absolute killer day, and I hope you're getting ready to feast, because Thanksgiving, that's what we do, you guys. We have got to enjoy the feast, because that's just what this holiday is all about. Get the turkey, the family, the friends, or if you do ham, that's also, you know, it is what it is. Everybody gets to do their own thing, and it's absolutely amazing. And I'm getting ready to head over to my parents' house and get this party rolling. And then we'll spend the other second half of the day with Angelina's side of the family. So, you know, we get a double dip on this holiday. So, super cool. And I got some really great news, you guys, for the channel. It just happened this week. I always wait at least a couple days to see, because it always flops back and forth for a little while. But Horror Junkies 509, this channel I've been doing for almost 10 years now, we finally made it over 5,000 subscribers, you guys. So you guys know I like to come out and say thank you to you guys, because without you guys, this doesn't happen. I'm probably going to come and do videos either way, but I'm so stoked that, you know, I got a lot of people who are coming and regularly watching, regularly commenting, and, you know, we're bringing a lot more friends, and I'm getting a lot more different comments coming in, and it's just a great time, you guys. I always wanted to strive to be the YouTuber I've never seen. You know, I used to comment and watch YouTube all the time and never hear back, but I always try to make sure I reply back to you guys, and I want to make sure that, you know, we kind of have this really awesome community here, so I always try to do my best to make sure that is as rocking and rolling as I can. But thank you guys for the 5,000 subscribers, you guys, absolutely killer. I'm not slowing down, you guys. I'm only trying to get better, and so I can entertain more of you. And I know this is, as far as horror goes, it's kind of a niche market, but this is what I love. And so as long as I'm doing something I love, I'm never going to work a day in my life. And so that's what I've said from the beginning, you guys. I've always tried to keep it just how I started. You know, I just feel like I've gotten better over the years. You know, I still do the hey guys, or you guys, and I say it way too many times. But you know what? I've still found an audience, and I appreciate each and every one of you, whether, like I said, you're a subscriber or you're a casual viewer just every now and then. Whatever the case may be, I'm trying to get as far reached as I can. So thank you all. It's took all of us to build this house, and we'll keep going. But, so since it's Thanksgiving, you guys, I was hoping to be able to do the John Carver mask from Trick or Treat Studios, but since they only did like a small release of those, I wasn't not able to get one. But you know what? I still got something pretty fun. So we're going to be going over something Thanksgiving related anyway, and that is going to be the ultimate John Carver action figure, you guys. So definitely, I have not reviewed a figure in a little while, so this, I might be a little bit rusty, but I still can't wait to dig right in and show you guys everything about this. This is done by NECA and Real Toys, so you know it's been done correctly. And so let's go ahead and dig right into this, and then whether you watch this before you feast or after you feast, either way. And I just hope you guys have a great one. I hope everyone's doing well out there. So let's go ahead and dig right into this. We have a really great front cover of it, and like it's because of the ring light that this is showing up so well. But if you actually look at this in person, it is really dark. But I kind of like that, because it kind of gives it a really ominous feel for the cover. But we got a good picture of John Carver right there. And so it says, "There will be no leftovers. Thanksgiving, Ultimate John Carver action figure." And then we come to the side, we got Thanksgiving, and then a little picture of the front, and then NECA and Real Toys. We got some action shots in the back. Nothing too crazy. This is pretty much, these are kind of lame photos of what you can do with the figure. They usually do a lot better than this, but hey, who am I to judge? You know, I don't know what it takes to do this kind of stuff. So we got the other side, looks exactly the same. We got the top saying Thanksgiving on it, and we got the bottom with the credits. If you guys want to pause it and take a look at those, you can. I don't have it upside down, so you guys actually can read those. If you wanted to pause and zoom in, be my guest. But let's go ahead and crack her open. Let's see what this thing looks like. I feel like this is actually the same body to some of the NECA and Real Toys Michael Myers figures, just maybe the coveralls have been repainted. So I feel like this figure is pretty easy for them to produce, but again, what do I know? So I open it up, and so there is the main event right there. John Carver, he's got a lot of goodies in there, which makes me very happy, because I do enjoy a lot of accessories. Has a lot of alternate hands. I'm not crazy about alternate hands, but it is what it is. And we open the jacket. Usually this is like a pretty epic photo of the figure. This one is not as epic as I would like it to be, but hey, still looks good, and you still get a good representation of the figure, and him with his signature axe. So all right, you guys, so that's the box. Let's go ahead and dig right in, and let's check out all the goodies. So you already know I got my little action figure knife just to make sure I'm doing this properly. And yeah, I was gonna, like I said, I was kind of hesitant doing a figure today because I haven't done a figure in a while. But you know what? I've reviewed so many of them now. It should be almost like second nature now, but I guess we'll find out. I always think back to when I was reviewing my Pinhead one and I snapped his arm off in the video. That could possibly happen. Who knows? Alrighty, you guys, let's check out the background. Alright, so we kind of just got a blood-splattered wall. So this one, I mean, the cool thing about this one is it could go for any figure. This could be a backdrop for absolutely any figure. There's nothing on there that says this has to be trick-or-treat. Or trick-or-treat Thanksgiving. I knew I was going to not make this as smooth as possible. Alright, so if you guys use these displays for your figures, I think this one will be a good one to keep. Like I said, you can use it for anyone. It does not have to be John Carver. Alright, you guys, so here's the goods. John Carver is free, and you can see he comes with a lot of accessories, a lot of weapons, some alternate faces. Definitely got his signature weapons, and some weapons I didn't see coming. So let's go ahead and get right into this so we can actually show you all these pieces. Alright, so as you know, we always start with the weapons. I like to show them off. So we got a nice sledgehammer. So far, none of these weapons have any blood that I can tell. You guys know me, I do like to have some blood on my weapons if I can. But you know what? I can always add it if it's a real bother. Here's his signature axe, which I will definitely be posing him with. I don't think anything else really tips my trigger as far as posing him with. We do have a musket, so if you have seen the movie, there is a musket in it, and they're shooting black powder and whatnot with it. On the box, this is if I can get out, this is a dart gun, so I'm assuming this is like for when he used the tranquilizer dart to incapacitate our stars. Cool. But, I mean, what do you guys think of the Thanksgiving movie? I really enjoyed it. It's just campy and fun and enjoyable. I don't think they overdid it with the campiness. I don't think they made any bad decisions. I really enjoy it, and I'm really excited for the sequel. I really can't wait to see what we do with John Carver next. Who thinks there's a second killer? I'm convinced there's a second killer, and I'm pretty sure that's a pretty common thought, but I'm really excited to see him. And so we do have a couple knives. So we got a little knife just like that, almost like a little kitchen knife maybe. And I'm just not going to lie, this looks like Deadpool's, he calls it the baby knife in the new Deadpool movie. So this is Deadpool's baby knife. I don't know how John Carver got it, but he does. Alright, and now we got a meat tenderizer. Of course, John Carver couldn't be without his trusty meat tenderizer. He might have stolen this from Leatherface maybe, who knows. Alright, you guys, so we do have a couple alternate faces. And so these are not alternate heads. These are just masks, so you should be able to pop it off and then pop on the new one. And so this is the John Carver blood mask, so we do have a little bit of blood splatter on that. Really looks good. I'm really excited to get these masks from Trick or Treat Studios and the hat. So those videos will be coming as soon as I can get those. I think it's going to be more close to the new year when those actually come out. And we also have the burned John Carver mask, which looks absolutely amazing. These actually are sculpted really well. They're painted really nice. I think this burned one should be a little darker, but maybe they tried to make it so it's a little more legible when you actually look at it. But who knows? I was not involved in making this. I'm sure I'm shocking everybody with that comment. Alright, you guys, and so not much to really talk about with the alternate hands. You know, probably just different ones for holding different weapons and different necessities. But he comes with 5 alternate hands, obviously, so... nothing too special about any of them. Like, none of them are like flipping anybody off or anything like that. Not like it would, because he didn't do that in the movie. Yeah, but just different open hands for all his different weapons and stuff like that. Alright, you guys, so that is all the accessories. So now we get to pull out the main event, the John Carver action figure. Let's go ahead and check this guy out. But, you know, I gotta cut all these little plastic ties here, and so I could potentially hurt myself, cut myself, or this might just take longer than I like. But we'll see what happens. So anyway, what is your guys' favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving? I always like to ask that question because, you know, I always like to see exactly where everyone's head is at when it comes to Thanksgiving. I mean, I actually like, you know, I like the green bean casserole. I know a lot of people dog on it, but that's been my favorite ever since I was a little kid. So that one's one of my favorites. Of course, I like turkey. I like ham. You know, my family does turkey typically, but you know, I do go to families that do ham, and I am not a person that's like, if you don't do turkey, you're wrong, because that's not correct at all. I think whatever you guys want to do is a-okay. A-okay. But I also, my family has one that is, obviously I don't think we're the only family in the world who makes it. It's called corn pones. And it's like it's a family recipe. So like if you were to Google it, I've Googled it a few times and it's never exactly what my family makes. So I don't know exactly how to describe it in any way, shape, or form. But it's also one of my favorites. So, you know, it's just one of those ones I never see on another table at anyone else's house. Like I said, I'm not saying that we're the only people in the world who eat it, because obviously it had to come from somewhere. But corn pone's another one of my favorites. You know, I'm always like the mashed potatoes and gravy, but, you know, that's one of those things that you can get all year round. I do like stuffing, you know. As you guys can tell, like, I'm fully figured, so it's like I'm not shy. I don't shy away from food, as you guys already know. All right, I think I got one more of these zip ties, or the plastic ties, and we're going to free this figure. Yes. Sorry if that took so long. I tried to talk as much as I could. All right, you guys, let's pop them out and let's rock and roll. I don't know. I feel like since we have this figure, we should really be able to get a figure from Valentine the movie. I really want a figure from that movie of the killer. I think that would be absolutely awesome. And I don't know why that made me think of this when I pulled this guy out. Like, they're not similar in a lot of ways, but I don't know. I feel like we're getting more obscure figures, and I think we should get some more. All right, guys, so here is the main event. He's got his black coveralls on with his black gloves and his black boots. He's got his hat and his John Carver mask, and then just probably like a morph mask on the back here. So kind of a simple costume, but I mean, it's effective in my personal opinion. I kind of wish he would have had like the white lapel thing that the pilgrims wear. Just to kind of, you know, break up the simpleness of his costume a little bit. But, you know, I don't think he was really trying to be a legit pilgrim. So this still works, and I still love the John Carver mask. I think this is absolutely a really cool decision to do for Thanksgiving slasher. So let's go ahead and check out some of the articulation. So he does have no, there's no abdomen crunch. We do have, you know, he gets to rotate his shoulders all the way over. He does have the double jointed elbows, so that's good for, you know, posing with his weapons and such. He's got good hip and thigh rotations. Yeah, he's got the single knee, which is just fine. And then he does have a good ankle rotation as well. I don't think it's on a ball joint, though. It could be, but the coveralls might be making it so he can't move it all the way around. And so, yeah, some good articulation for him. I mean, I usually love the double elbows, and I'm always happy because, you know, it's actually, you know, way better articulated than just a single joint. So I do enjoy that. But let's go ahead and check out how to change these kind of mask things right quick. So I'm thinking just pop off the hat. That was pretty simple. No issues there. And then pulling the face off. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Oh, man. And we got his eyes underneath the mask. So is this the sheriff that is the killer? I don't know. They probably didn't sculpt it after him. They probably just used whatever eyes they had. But as far as, you know, replacing the faces, this is pretty easy. There is just a peg on the mask that you pop in right there. And it's actually pretty simple, you guys. Then you put the mask on, or the hat on, to kind of make it work. No, I love that. That is way better than trying to do an alternate head, trying to pop that off, possibly breaking the peg. This is absolutely perfect. I love it. But this is so cool. I love that they sculpted the eyes in underneath. I was kind of curious what they were going to do with that. And that the masks actually have holes, so you should be able to see. I mean, obviously they're too small to see his eyes through, but whoops. I dropped one of the masks. I'll have to go get that. Forgive me while I go get it. Go chase after stuff. Typical. And we're back. No one's surprised. All right, but here he is with the blood mask on. So you guys can take a look at that. And now we'll do the burn mask so you can check it out. Just got to line up, because under the mask there is that little peg. It's just a little, it's more probably going to be a static connection. I don't think that's the correct word, but friction. It's more of a friction connection. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. You guys are probably screaming it at me, and that's just fine. Everyone can probably think of words better than me. And there he is with the burn mask, you guys. So definitely, I'm really happy with the decision they made on that, because it is so simple. As far as interchanging hands, I'm not going to do that. But, you know, at the end, I will do some pictures of him posing with all his weapons, so you guys will get to see it. But one of the more important parts of my figure videos is, will this figure stand? Like, it's really important. All figure collectors know, like, you have some of those figures that just will not stand, and then you have some figures that, no matter what you do, they just stand. Like, they're just rock stars. So let me kind of go ahead and clear my table so I can go ahead and get ready for the hurricane test. Okay, we got that off. Make sure I got the knife off. Make sure I'm not going to hurt myself. All right. Now let's see if we can get him posed to where he'll stand, because I was trying to stand him earlier and he wasn't wanting to do it so good. Get him in a good stance. So far, like, he's being difficult to get standing. Like, he wants to topple backwards quite a bit here. All right, so I got him standing. I'm kind of hesitant about this. I don't know if this is going to be a good stander, but we'll go ahead and check it out. So let's do the hurricane test. All right, so he did fall after the first slap of the hurricane. You guys know I don't give up so easily, so I got to see if I can pose him to be a good stander. Like, you know, as we get further into figures, I feel like we should get better at it, but, you know, I think the bottom of his shoes are not as flat as I would like them to be. They really tried to give a lot of tread on there, if you guys can see that. So I think that might be causing more problems. I'm going to go ahead and take his hat and his mask off, so if he falls again, I don't have to worry about it. All right. How do you want to stand, my friend, huh? All right, I got him standing again. Let's go ahead and give it another go. Yeah. So, I mean, I can get him standing, but I don't think he's going to be a quality stander as far as, like, just standing there and never falling. Let me just maybe, like, I don't want to give him too much of a power stance, because he didn't really stand like that. Maybe if I stand him, like, just straight-legged. Let's give this a go. But I feel like, you know, as you narrow the stance, it's only going to get worse, but let's give it a go. Yeah. So, Ultimate John Carver from Thanksgiving. Probably not going to be a great stander. You can get him to stand, but, I mean, if you have hurricanes or anything like that in your area, he's probably going to be one of the few that fall. You can give him a figure stand, of course, but I like to not do that because I feel like it takes up a lot of space. But, you know, you do have to do what you got to do as figure collectors. We all know this. So as far as rating this bad boy, I'm going to go ahead and give this guy a solid, I'm going to give him an 8, because I think it's a pretty good done figure. I think there's a lot of good posability to him. I love the sculpting, even though I think this was probably a pretty cheap figure to make, because this is probably mostly the Michael Myers body, but who knows. They probably could have completely done it, but I'm really happy they did the face under the mask here. I think that's really cool. I love all the accessories. I don't think I can think of anything else that he should have came with. But I wonder if they'll ever make the NECA playset for this guy. Like, you know, have the table set up, kind of like Trick or Treat Studios is doing for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But NECA's done playsets as well. Like, they've done the Friday the 13th accessory sets, I mean. And then they've also done Nightmare on Elm Street. I think they've done for some of the Universal monsters. I think they should do it for this guy. Like, let's get the whole table scene. Let's get the lady who was turned into the turkey. I say, why not? But honestly, the figure is great sculpting, a lot of good accessories. I am so happy the way they chose to do the mask and the hat. Like, you know, it just comes off like that. A lot of extra hands, but that's whatever. But, you know, it comes with all the weapons. Comes with a little extra weapons than I even expected. But awesome. I'm going to go ahead and give this figure a solid, I think I already said, an 8 out of 10. I'm super happy with it. I think they did a great job. It's not a great stander, but it's going to be a cool figure to have in your collection. So 8 out of 10 for me. And it definitely gets a solid. I absolutely dig it. I think this is a great thing to add to your collection. And if you guys haven't told, I did add the the new ash chainsaw to my display up top. So if you guys have not seen that video, definitely make sure you check that out because it's a good, fun one. Even if you don't want to buy the chainsaw, check it out, you guys. So that's going to do it for me. Horror Junkies 509, Kyle 13 signing out just until next time. Sorry about that, guys. Signing out just until next time. You guys have, you guys already know it. I've been sentenced to life. I am a horror lifer. And you guys have a killer day. Have a killer Thanksgiving. And, just enjoy the time with family, friends, whatever the case may be. And enjoy the day. Thanks again for stopping by. And you guys, stay bloody and have a killer day.